Well, I'm out here today to test some new loads I've got for my 270 Winchester. I've got a Remington 700 that I need to get sighted in with this new load and see how it's shooting. But I wanted to talk a little bit about shooting apparatus like this right here. I'm sitting on a Birchwood Casey bench that I've had for years and years and years. But to do this two-shot sight in, you need a little bit more than that. These bags are often nice. You know, you've got a two-set bag, those are nice for sighting in, but for something like this we need something a little more steady. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with this Birchwood Casey Bravo, which is a newer sighting system on the market, but this has been the most rock solid thing I've ever seen. It's set up to use an AR platform. It's got a lot of room right here for the magazine to come down and the pistol grip so that you can shoot those out of this. And for your conventional rifle it works just as well. But I mean, this thing is rock solid. It's probably more steady than this portable table that I've got right here, so it's really good for this sight-in feature. But what I'm going to do is I've got a target set up downrange, and I'm going to shoot that target, and I want a big piece of cardboard because I'm not sure where this is going to shoot. Luckily this has been sighted in with another load before, so I know it's going to be fairly simple. But I want to get it on paper, and I want to get it on paper quick, because today's components in shooting, in loading, are very expensive. Primers are expensive, bullets are expensive, brass is expensive. So we want to make this as quick and painless as possible and use the least amount of bullets before we start really testing this load. So I'm going to shoot it 2 times, and I'm going to have it sighted in right on the money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot it right at the bullseye. That's all I have to do. Shoot it right at the bullseye, see what happens. Now, using this front dial, I can loosen it up, and I can quickly just turn this dial, and up and down this goes. Once I get it on paper, I can just fine tune it real easy. I've got an adjustment back here, but I'm also using this one up here in the front mostly. So once I get that right there, I can actually lock it in, and I'm ready to shoot. So now that I got one on paper, the two-shot sight-in begins. I've already taken 1 shot, so I'm only down to 1 shot. Let's see if we can do it. Basically, what you need to do now is you need to take this rest and set it up so that it's holding the gun right back on that target. So you got to put it right back on that bullseye. So I'm going to get this ready. I'm going to use the front micro adjustment here. I'm going to slowly move it up. And right there, it's on the target. So I'm going to lock this in. So now my crosshairs are right back on that bullseye. So I'm going to undo the turrets on my scope, verify once again that I am right back on that bullseye. I'm going to make just one little fine-tune adjustment here. Right there, I am back on the bullseye. So what I'm going to do is, because I hit just high and to the right, I'm going to move my turrets high and to the right to be right on that bullet impact. And when I do that, it's going to put my next impact right in the bullseye. So now what I need to do is I need to turn that turret up, and I need to come over just a tad. Okay, so my next shot should be right in the bullseye. 2 shots. Let's see how it goes. And just like that, I am right near the bullseye. I'm able to take this back to 100 yards and make sure it's sighted in completely, and also test this load that I'm working up right now. Well, as you can see, my first shot was way up here high and to the right. And again, all I did was take a shot at the center. It hit way up here. I put my crosshairs back to the middle. I moved my crosshairs to the impact point, my first impact point, and I hit right next to the bullseye. This is close enough that it could be the load itself that's a little bit of a variable. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot this a few more times and make sure that I'm shooting good, and I'm ready to go this hunting season. Make sure you have a good rest, or you're not able to do this 2-shot sight-in. If you can't keep that rifle absolutely steady while you move the crosshairs from the bullseye up to this point, then it's not worth it. You can't do this 2-shot sight-in. With a good rest like that Birchwood Casey Bravo I was shooting off of, you're able to do the 2-shot sight-in.